today's project that I'm going to be working on is the engine bay, which is my favorite part of the car. I'm going to show you the spring on the hinge. There's the spring, and you can see the black and red just looks so nice. And so today I'm going to be working on the inner fenders. This is what it looks like now. I don't like the fact that it's completely open because I like to keep my engine clean, and it's just my thing. And if I leave that open if the car starts running through rain, I'm sure water's going to get in and start, maybe some misting and dirty, the dirty water that the tire is picking up from the street. It's going to go all over my engine bay. Now here in California it hardly rains, but when it finally does rain, all the oils that's on the asphalt on the street gets lifted up to the surface, and the cars look horrible. Like the rain, they go on the side while the cars are driving, and it just looks horrible. And I don't want that in the engine bay. So if that is left open, as the tire is rotating really rapidly and causing a fine mist of that dirty water, I'm sure it's going to get all over my engine bay and it's going to look terrible. So I want to close that off. Now the stock covers are these, and these are the stock covers, and so they're dry and you can see they're cracked, and here's the other one that's cracked, and I want to put them on, so I went ahead and ordered new ones, and the new ones are made out of rubber and nice material, and they're black, which is one of the accent colors in my engine bay. So let me take it with me. Basically I have one aligned, and that's basically what it's going to look like. And let me put this one on here. Let's see, it goes like this, and that's a quick drop in, and that's basically what it's going to look like. It's going to cover up that hole. And I don't care about the upper control I'm showing. Function over fashion, that's what they say. So I just want to cover so that I want to limit the amount of water, vapor or mist that goes into the engine bay, ruining all my chrome pieces and making my engine bay look dirty. So I did a quick rough fit in. This one I fitted it in exactly the way I want it, which is why it's taped to the inner fender. So that's going to be my model. And basically what I want to do is I want to put it the way it is, but with bolts. Now the new ones do come, where did I put them? Do come with the here we go. They do come with the factory style clips, but I don't want to put these on there. I actually do not want to make that cover permanent. I want it to be removable. So the plan is to use these cap nuts. Let's focus in. So that's the plan, and I'm not sure whether I want to paint them black or leave them silver, but I don't know. I'll install it and then I'll see. But basically they're going to be on the panel. So I'm going to get to work on that now. I have to make my marks and then drill my holes, and then I have to drill holes into the inner fender. Okay, so here it is. I did the first one, and I used nine bolts with those caps. You can see. At first I found center, and then I went 3 inches from center both ways, and I got it exactly. So the measurement is perfect. at 3 inches apart. And let's show you how I got to the 3-inch mark. Where's my ruler? I don't know where my ruler is. Oh, there it is. Okay. So let me show you how I got to the initial measurement. Basically, what I did was, here's the bottom, and you can see the screws, which I will be coating since there's going to be water here. And then, of course, when I undercoat this wheel well, it'll be undercoated as well. All the bolts. So basically, I took a ruler, a flat ruler, and I put it. You'll notice there's like a ridge, a line all the way across. So basically, I put the ruler right under that line, like so. And then the gap between the ruler and the metal, I made sure it was even. You see it's pretty even. And then you see it's 6. So basically 6 inches. And you see the gap. The ruler is parallel to the inner fender. So that gap has to be even so that you have a nice good measurement. And that's 6 inches. So then, after I got that initial measurement, then I just basically did 3 inches all the way out. And that's how I got it. So, very tedious work. So now I got to do it to this one, and the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to find center the same way, but I need to take this off and I need to find center on this so that they both are exactly alike. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this off, take it all apart, pull it off, and then put this on top of this one, and then make a mark. And then from there I'll be able to transfer the mark onto the fender by drilling a hole. And then once I figured that out, I can go on to the bottom half and then do 3 inches all the way around until it's all done. So I'm going to get to that and I'll show you when it's all done. Alright, well, here's the finished product. You can see the two, and they're exactly alike. The screw holes are exactly in the same places because I used the first one as a template to transfer over to the second one. And then let's get a closer look. See, the screws go all the way down there, and then on this side, and then the inside here, and you can see the screw holes. And again, this will be undercoated, and the screws will be undercoated as well as one unit. And then now we have covering. You see it's covered, and very minimum water will go through. So I decided that I didn't want them silver, I wanted them black to limit the amount of showing it does. I mean, with it being silver, it shows a lot, and I didn't want it to take away the attention. I don't want people to focus on those little screws, so I figured if I paint them black, it'll hide more. So I got my phosphoric acid, and what I plan on doing is I'm going to dip them in the phosphoric acid and leave them in there for, I guess, 24 hours. And that way I can etch them, because phosphoric acid does etch metal. So we'll see how it looks in a day or so. And I want to paint them with my truck bed coating. So I put all 18 in there. Let's put the cap on. Yep, it's working. And so the plan is that it's going to be removing all of the outer coating that it has, and at the same time etch the metal. so that I may be able to paint them with my truck bed coating and make them black, so that way they don't show that much. Okay, a couple hours later, and I went to check on it, and I noticed that all the bubbling has stopped, and all the coating is now off. So I'm going to take it out, give it a good wash, and see how they look. Okay, so I washed them real good with water, and I give them a good dry with the compressed air on the inside, and make sure that there's no water on the inside there, and they're definitely etched and don't have any coating. So now it's no longer smooth, and it's a good base for my paint, so that way the paint will stick on there. So I'm going to go ahead and paint these, and then I'm going to install them on the car, and then we'll see how they look. Well, here it is, installed, and they're black. They're painted, and give you a closer look at them. They're painted black with my truck bed coating. Came out really sweet. Now when you're looking at the engine bay, you don't really have those, you know, like before when it was silver, those stuck out like a sore thumb. And so now it blends in with the black splash shields. And so like I said, yes, they do cover up the upper control arms, and some would say you want the tubulars to show, but you know, like I said earlier, function over fashion. And the function of these splash shields is to limit the amount of water vapor mist from the front tires from getting into the engine bay. That's, at least that's what I think they're for. They're not just there for show. So I think that that was a better decision for what I want as far as this car and this engine bay is concerned. I get to keep the engine bay clean, and that's the major priority for me, keeping this engine bay clean. So I'm very happy I did that. This is done. Now I get to put the hood on, so I can't wait to get to work on that. But that's the engine bay. So hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching.